What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back up with another Chris Watts video, and I have some good news actually in the case, or not in the case, but to deal with Chris Watts, and you might want to hear about it. So before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down the bottom right. Hit the bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that I've posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys so very much for that love and support that you guys continuously show on my channel. Hopefully one day we will hit that 100K goal, but until that time, we're going to be watching a clip or a video from Rabbit Hole Rocks. You guys said that this video that she posted about 8-ish days ago is going to piss a lot of people off, because apparently it's part of the interviews that have not been going around, and why not? Let's take a look at it together. So again, go over to her channel, give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share, watch her old stuff, watch her new stuff. I mean, she's fairly new to the scene, but definitely want to give her some love where it is due, and let's get into the video. Also, you guys are probably wanting to know what the good news is. Well, I can confirm that Chris Watts is not allowed to ever get married because of how his case went. Quadruple murder, murdering his wife. He is denied the right to be married again. He can have all the love letters, all the whatever have you, but he has been denied marriage. He cannot get married. I've been told by Little Bird, I can't give up that Little Bird's name for legal and for safety purposes, but I've been told that he cannot get married. This is coming from the actual vicinity. But yeah, so good news, he can't get married. So thank the Lord, have mercy on that one. But let's get into this video now.
This woman who's 15 weeks pregnant and her 2 daughters are missing, and I was like, whoa.
What? I probably still have that text because I don't have any reason to delete.
I probably still have that text because I don't have any reason to delete those. The baby's not mine. The baby's not mine. And I'm just like,
this woman's, whacked out relationship with her husband. She's got 2 kids. Now she's pregnant. She just takes off.
if you did something bad, I was like, you're going to ruin your life. And I was like, if you did something bad, I was like, you're going to ruin my life. And I was like, and I promise you that.
Hey guys, welcome back to Rabbit Hole Rocks. This is part 6 of Nichol Kessinger's Cringe police interview. We are at 2 hours and 20 minutes of Nichol Kessinger's interview, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive in.
Okay. And I remember him saying that to me once. He's like, you know that park that we hung out at? I was like, yeah. He's like, my buddy runs over there. We should not go to that park anymore. And I was like, okay. That's cool.
Oh, you mean Nick Thayer?
And anyways,
Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
We're almost done.
I know. I'm trying to just keep it all together here for you guys. Tuesday morning. Oh, so he said Dave was gonna stay outside his house, and Nick was gonna come over that afternoon. I was like, all right. And then I think most of the texting throughout that day was kind of like, have you heard anything? Like, what's going on? It was kind of like me checking up on him.
You didn't want your name to be connected with this.
And I don't remember everything, but it wasn't, I didn't even make it through the entire workday. Like, I was feeling really, really sick, like, in general. And then
Oh, you mean the reason why you weren't there the whole day and you just finally showed up at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, worked for an hour, called your sex therapist, and then went home?
I decided on my lunch break to get on the internet and look at what was going on with all the reports. And I saw a report that was like, this woman who's 15 weeks pregnant and her 2 daughters are missing. And I was like, whoa, what? And I was just like so floored. And I read a couple other articles just to make sure that, all the newspapers are. And like, just double check, like, am I really reading this right? And I'm like, okay. And he had told me previously, like, she said she's pregnant with another man's kid, but he'd said, like, he could kind of tell in North Carolina. But that girl is, like, obviously pregnant. I mean, in her photos. I mean, 15 weeks, that's like 4 months. That's pretty far.
Whoa, okay.
Wait, the photos that you said you didn't see?
Did you guys catch that? She literally just admitted to saying that Shanann was really pregnant in her photos. Which photos is she talking about? Now, she did say that when she got to work,
She was 15 weeks pregnant. She still had like another, what is it? 39 is usually the, so 15, 19? I'm probably doing my math wrong. It's late at night. So
she decided to get on the internet and look up the case and everything that's going on. And that's when she says, that's when I saw that this woman was 15 months pregnant. Did I just say 15 months? Yeah, 15 months. That's like the gestation period of an elephant. But anyway, so that's when Nichol says that she realized that this woman is 15 weeks pregnant. And I was like, what? Of course, really bad acting. She's pretending like she was surprised to see that Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant. So of course she goes, let me Google Shanann and see. She's 15 weeks pregnant? What? As always,
she'd
it's
already
very
Googled
fake.
her before.
What did Nichol actually mean? She said that she was very pregnant in her photos. Does she mean the photos that she saw online after she Googled Shanann when she got to work? Or was this another one?
Endangered missing alert issued for missing pregnant mom, 2 children. I could not find a single article published on August 14th with a photo of pregnant Shanann. I mean, her pregnant photos from before that Nichol Kessinger was not looking at.
Of her Freudian slips. Does she mess up here and admit to knowing that Shanann was pregnant because she was cyber stalking Shanann on her Facebook? Because again, she's here like, well, that girl was obviously very pregnant. She's referring to photos. Which photos? Let's go ahead and continue.
Far along. And so it's like, how would you not know if she's showing? Like, you totally know she's showing. And so, oh my God, I got so sick. I was just like, I need to go. I just like packed my stuff and I left work and I went home. And I remember I told Jim that I was going to get home early, and he wanted to come over right away, and I was just like...
Oh, the Jim that you don't want them to talk to?
Like, I just needed some time to, like, process what was going on.
What she was actually trying to process was the fact that she was about to get caught. Not just her, but also Chris, and who knows, maybe also her friend Jim. Now, this is all speculation, opinion, but I believe that she got to work and she started Googling what was happening once she saw that Shanann was all over.
And she's like, crap, this is going south. This is not going how we planned.
For the news media, that is when she became sick because she was nervous. I believe that she was so nervous at the fact that they were gonna get caught, the fact that the plan fell through. She was so sick, she called Jim and told him, hey, I'm coming home early. We need to figure out a plan on what to do to protect us because Chris, he already messed up. He's all over the news. But that's what I believe. But anyway, let's continue.
I remember
I
I
agree
told
with
Jim
her
that I was going to get home early, and he wanted to come over right away, and I was just like, I just needed some time to like process what was going on. But I did tell him, I was like, you can come over earlier than you did yesterday, because he didn't want to wait in traffic. That was
And again, this is the Jim that they won't, or she doesn't want them to talk to, so they can't confirm this.
the thing. He's like, save me some time. So I don't remember what time he got there.
What? Okay, what does this have to do with anything? Jim just didn't want to wait in traffic. Ugh, the I-70 is atrocious in the afternoon. I don't know what time he got to my apartment, honestly, because he was stuck. Useless details. Useless details. What value does that piece of information bring to this interview?
Apparently it's
None.
shocking.
Because she's lying. She's having to replay the story that she told herself by making sure to throw little things out there. When we recall memory, we remember it as an actual memory and not a story that we read. The way that she recalls things sounds more like a story that is made up. She says a lot of like, well, I remember telling him this, I remember telling him this, and then I remember telling him that. And I was like, it sounds like a story and not really a memory. We don't recall memories this way. Again, she's saying things like, oh, Jim wanted to come to my house earlier, like yesterday. But you know, he just didn't want to wait in traffic. Like, who cares? Why do we care about the fact that Jim didn't want to wait in traffic?
Right.
That is not an important piece of information. But again, I believe that the reason that she's throwing that little piece in there is so that the investigator won't question it. If the police ask Jim, her alibi, hey, what time did you get there? And Jim says, oh, I got here at so-and-so. And if the information that Jim gives the police does not match what Nichol gave the police, then she can say,
But they can't because she said, leave Jim alone.
oh, you know what? I was just tired. I was just feeling sick that day. And like I said, you know, he told me that he didn't want to wait in traffic. And, you know, honestly, I was just trying to process everything that day. So I was just so out of it. And that's probably why I gave you wrong information, and information that doesn't match with Jim's. It's just too much to process, and I was sick and I'm tired. And this is what I'm getting from Nichol. Additional details to try and cover herself, to try and cover the fact that she's lying. And if there are some inconsistencies that are found later on, they can be justified. I left
And yet we're just going after this because it's a witch hunt, apparently.
to work early because I was just feeling sick because of everything that was going on, and I was just having such a hard time processing it. And you know, Jim wanted to come over, but I told him not to. I just wanted to sit home and process it by myself. And he told me he didn't want to wait in traffic, but I don't know. I really don't know what time he came home, honestly. This is what I'm getting from Nichol. But anyway, let's continue.
I probably still have that text because I don't have any reason to delete those. So he came over.
Huh? Did she really just say that? Oh, I probably still have those texts because I don't have any reason to delete those.
She deleted those, or she didn't delete all the text messages.
So she had reason to delete Chris's messages. Let's watch that again.
He didn't want to wait in traffic. That was the thing. He's like, save me some time. So I don't remember what time he got there. I probably still have that text because I don't have any reason to delete those. But he's
So she just admitted that she had every reason to delete Chris's messages. And you know what the investigator did?
Yet we're wrong.
What the hell is this? This is a joke of an interview. That is why we are still here talking about this. Because not only was the investigation closed too soon, the whole interview with Nichol Kessinger was an absolute joke. Agent Kobach let her get away with so many things. She was leading this entire interview. Her and her dad, they were in charge here. The investigator, he was so intimidated by the dad and by Nichol, rather than challenge her and question, why would you say that? What do you mean? Nichol, you just said that you
Because she was interviewed and not interrogated.
had no reason to delete Jim's text messages.
Oh, look at all those deletions of a lot of stuff. Look at all those on the device. Contacts. 28 contacts have been deleted. Calls, 43. Event log. Is that part of the calendar organize it thing? Messages, 35. Chat, 8. Emails, 26. SMS, 1. Organizer, 37. Web that she's deleted. History, searches. Totals per category are in yellow, but deleted artifacts in parentheses have been deleted. And this doesn't warrant a possible investigation?
Why would you say that? Does that mean that you had reason to delete Chris's text messages? He does not challenge her, ever. What does he do? It's infuriating. This is so infuriating to watch.
What a joke.
Let's continue.
So he came over a little early, but I did have like a gap of time in there. I don't know how long it was. I bet it was like from the time I got home to the time Jim got there, but it was probably like, I don't know,
She's got a gap between her ears.
hour and a half maybe, somewhere around there.
Come on.
I remember talking to Chris during this time, and it was like all text. I did not talk to him on the phone at all on Tuesday. And I was pretty upset, where I was just like, you know, I was going back and forth, like, where's your family, this and this and this, but I'm like, she's pregnant, you know, and this and this, and he's like, the baby's not mine, and I'm just like, you told me yesterday that you think that when she said that she cheated on you, she did it out of spite. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like...
So on Tuesday, she's claiming that she was texting Chris and was asking him, where's your family, and this and this and this, and that and that and that. Now she's saying that Chris told her, the baby's not mine, the baby's not mine. But she's also saying that she only texted him on Tuesday? Is this... Am I understanding this correctly right
sure
now?
she
Let's go
called.
ahead and watch that again.
Where's your family, this and this and this, but I'm like, she's pregnant, you know, and this and this, and he's like, the baby's not mine, the baby's not mine. And I'm just like, you told me yesterday that you think that when she said that she cheated on you, she did it out of spite. And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, so that is your kid. And he kept denying it. And then, like, he started, like, kind of worrying about us. He'd just be like, well, does this ruin everything with us, this and this and this? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, look at this. Her father is just like this. Or you guys can't even see it. Hold on. Yeah, look at that. He's like, oh my gosh, Nicole, shut up.
I'm like just trying to, like, his situation is so much more important right now than, like, our
But
situation.
his main concern is you and him.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, and I keep, like, asking him, like, I'm like,
Kinda, sorta. Why does she say kinda, sorta? Is it a yes or a no?
She doesn't know.
Literally just said that Chris's main concern at that point was actually his relationship with Nicole and not his missing family. And the investigator asked her again, okay, so what you're actually, I just want to clarify with you. So what you're saying is that Chris, his main concern was actually the relationship between you guys. And she's like, kinda, sorta. She just said yes. So again, she's backpedaling. She gives an answer and then backpedals. In my opinion, in an attempt to confuse the investigator. In an attempt
And
to cover her
apparently twerking.
inconsistencies. Because if there are 10,000 inconsistencies, then it's really hard to keep track of all of those, and it's really hard to investigate every single of those inconsistencies. Let's continue.
and I told him numerous times, which is also in the text that you guys will pull, where I'm just like, you need to focus on finding your kids and your wife right now. And I was like, you need to focus on finding all 3 of your kids. And I, like, kept, like, emphasizing to him, like, he had 3 kids.
Well, if you know where Shanann is, you know where the 3rd kid is.
You know, and, like, I wasn't even, like, mad about it. I was just like, you need to find your family. You need
Did he ever go look for them that you know of?
I don't know. I don't think so. That, like, doesn't even, like, ring a bell to me, so I don't think so.
That doesn't even ring a bell to me, so I don't think so. Okay, she's claiming that she told Chris to go find his family, but not just one of his kids, all 3 of them. What? Who would just be content with finding one of the family members and not all of them? This is so ridiculous. What is this?
It's a
Oh, I told him that,
play.
okay, you know, you need to go find your family, but don't just find 1 or 2 of them. You need to find all of them. All 3 of your children. Yeah, no shit. His whole family went missing. Who is gonna be okay with just finding 1 child and the rest of your family is missing? And he's like, hey, look, I found one. Well, where's the rest of your family? What?
It makes no sense. Even if this was
This is wild.
if this was a fake interview just for show, she's terrible at acting.
I don't know if by this point she is just fatigued. Again, she's been here for hours now.
No, she's
and
just
she
Nicole.
claims to be hungry. I'm sure she's very nervous. I do believe she's tired because she hasn't been able to sleep. Her boyfriend just annihilated his
It's 7 o'clock. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm 37 right now, and I'm a little tired, but I actually did stuff today. She probably went to the gym on a bike or a elliptical.
whole family. And again, in my opinion, she was there and she was involved. And so, of course, she's freaking out because it's all over the news and the police are now on the case. I think she's fatigued. She can't keep track of any of her lies anymore. And now she's starting.
Well, this was the 16th, so between the 14th and 15th, she couldn't, or 13th, 14th, and 15th, she wasn't able to sleep because she's like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I need to fix this. Oh, police, can I talk to you? I have some bombshell stuff, but if I give you the bombshell stuff, you need to protect me. Okay, we'll protect you. What do you have? Nothing? Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. What?
to say stupid things, like actually really dumb things. Go find all 3 of your kids. You have 3 kids. Must I remind you? 3 kids. You need to find all of them. Yeah, duh. Let's continue.
But I got something else that's really important. I'll add it in there too, but let me just finish this thought. So then,
yeah, there's something else. There's something else really important that I want to tell you, but not right now. I'll tell you later. Right now, let me just finish this one thought. What's the point of this? What is the point of this? To me, it sounds like it is a story. She had a whole story planned out, and she's forgetting all of the key details. This isn't really an interview.
The stuff that she may have talked with. Oh, goodness, guys, I'm sorry. Chris about at the Lucky Dog, or the 100-minute phone call, or maybe on, let's say the Lucky Dog might have been, oh, this is how it's going to go down. Their 100-minute phone call was like cross the T's and dot the I's, and then went completely south or something, and they got into pissy I don't know, but I'm just trying to hit the head on the nail here. Yeah, let's keep watching.
Of an investigator asking a main witness questions and she's answering them. It's her telling a story. The investigator is just here listening. He's almost like a therapist. He's just there listening, like, yeah, tell me your story. And she's like, yeah, okay, there's this, and oh yeah, I remember this other thing, and oh yeah, I remember talking to him, and I also remember just feeling so sick, and I also remember this, and, oh yeah, there's another thing I need to tell you, but hold on. Let me finish this first, and then I'll tell you that. But remind me that there's something that I need to tell you. And then just look at her mannerisms. Again, she's like, let's continue.
Tuesday, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. So I kept telling him, I was like, Chris, I know it's yours. It's okay. I was like, go find.
I know it's your family. Wow. Or I know it's your pregnancy.
Your family, you know? And it's like, was I hurt? Yes. But I realized, like, his situation with what he had going on was, like, way more important than, like, our situation.
So Nichol thinks it's his baby, but apparently Chris didn't think it was his baby. What?
So that's why I was just like I confronted him about it, and then I was like, you need to go find them, and like we talked about it for a little while, and then I was just like, I don't remember exactly how it went, but something along the
And I was like, I don't remember. But something along the lines where I was like,
why can't you just be honest with me? I was like, stop lying to me. Like, stop lying.
Did you have an inclination? You've talked to this man a lot, and during this Tuesday, Wednesday conversation, did you feel like he was bullshitting you?
A little bit, kind of, yeah. I mean, because he was like, not Monday. Monday I did not. But Tuesday, yeah, that's when it all started to click. I was like, oh my goodness, because he was...
Oh my goodness. On Monday, I wasn't worried. No. Shanann and the girls were missing. That's nothing to be worried about. But on Tuesday, yeah. That's when everything started to click. Also, what's up with the card? She's holding
fidgeting.
A business card, and she just keeps snapping it on the table. What is this? What is she doing? I'm getting the Chris Watts vibes here. This is very similar to what Chris was doing. Oh, you know, I wasn't really worried that Shanann wasn't answering my calls. I mean, when she doesn't answer my calls, whatever. Like, you know, she's
almost spitting image.
Busy, she can't get back to me, but when she doesn't get back to her people, I mean, that's when it became worrisome. That's when I was concerned, because if she doesn't get back to me, it's like, whatever. But she didn't get back to her people. Now that, okay.
Like, I had texted Shanann a few times that day, called her, say, you know, but she never got back to me, but she wasn't getting back to any of her people as well. And that's what really concerned a lot of people, is like, she's not getting back to her, like, if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine, like, she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times, just to say, you know, what's going on? Like, after I called her and texted her once, it's like, maybe she was just busy. Like, she just got back, you know, like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like.
I think he thought inside his head, he's like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. This makes total sense. And now that he's saying it, he's like, I sound like a complete idiot, but I'm gonna keep talking because I think I'm fixing it, but I'm really not. And I'm gonna be with Nichol Kessinger. We're gonna have babies. Oh my gosh, I think I just let out the secret. I'm gonna be arrested. Oh my gosh, I am not gonna be able to be with Nichol. And it just like, that's how he talks. I don't think he like thinks before he talks.
It registered, like, all right, this isn't right.
It registered?
It's very similar to what Nichol is doing here, because she's doing the same thing. She's like, yeah, I was concerned, but actually, well, not on Monday. Monday, I was not concerned, because, like, whatever. Like, people just go missing for, like, a day. They're pregnant, they don't have their shoes on, they left their purse, their wallet, their keys, their car, and their phone, and they took their 2 children, but you know, that's normal. That's like an everyday occurrence. I became worried on Tuesday. Things were starting to click. The story isn't adding up. All the inconsistencies are very clear here. And I feel that she's telling...
Because the inconsistencies could possibly show her possible involvement. And she couldn't have that.
the story again and retelling it in her head, the story and the plan that, in my opinion, her and Chris came up with at the Lazy Dog, and then talked about it again during that 111-minute phone call. She was like, hey, so you know what you're gonna do, right? You know my role. I'm gonna be here. You're gonna do this. She's freaking out. She doesn't know what to say. She's like, yeah, I was worried, but no, I can't remember. Did I say I was worried on Monday? When was I worried? Because I did tell the investigator I was worried. I just can't remember. Crap. Let me just say it was Tuesday. Yeah, I did become worried, but till Tuesday, though. Tuesday. Let's
Or
continue.
be like, Dad, what did I say? I can't remember.
I was like, well, like, he just didn't seem as, like, concerned as he should be, and he was, like, super worried about shit with us, and I'm just like...
So concerned about his family and overly concerned about your relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
And I kept, like, trying to put it on the back burner. Shame on me for bringing it up in the first place.
Shame on you.
Oh, don't even get me started with this man.
It fooled me, can't get fooled again.
I was just really taken back. Like, wait a minute. She's 15 weeks. Like, how would you not notice that? Like, I was just like, I was confused. And I was also like, is he lying to me? And I kind of wanted to know because I realized that, like, there's a situation at hand here. And I'm just like, what is going on? You know, and for part of it, it wasn't even like me trying to find out because I'm upset. It was almost like me trying to find out because I'm like, is there something else I'm missing here? Like, I felt like there was, like, pieces to this puzzle that I didn't know existed that were, like, not in place. And it was strange.
Oh, she knows about the puzzle too. The missing piece is her? Oh.
And so, anyways, I told him, I was like, be honest with me. I was like, don't lie. And I don't
It's kind of interesting how she foreshadows the murders, and they're just like, oh, yeah, we got you. But she's like telling it in a different timeline, if that makes sense.
remember exactly how it went, but I was like trying to emphasize, like, stop bullshitting me. So he told me the truth. And he told me it was his, and then he knew about it.
Okay.
So to me the truth. Notice her rambling again and her erratic behavior. Yeah, I was just trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together, and you know, I asked him, "Is your kid? Is your baby?" And that's when he said, "Yes."
Oh, yeah, I said it was your baby because I knew it was your baby. What?
He told me the truth.
Can definitely see her cat all over her sleeves, her chest area, and her sleeves. I think there was a couple on her head.
Notice
Definitely
her,
tell
her
she's got a
pitch.
cat.
Reading all your comments, there's a lot of you that notice that the way that she says certain words are a big tell of when she's lying. I've noticed as well that when she says the word "ow," when she's lying, she'll go, "ow, ow." And when she seems to be over-exaggerating things or trying to get the attention away from her, she tends to do way more with her hands, like, or she does the thing with her neck, the thing with her eyes, and she
Yeah.
does the high pitches, and then she does the low. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think he told me that, yes, but then I was like, yeah, she's everywhere, all over the place, very erratic. Let's continue.
I was like, okay. And he asked me again, like, did that ruin everything? And I was like, no, it didn't. And in the back of my head, it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not dealing with that. Don't lie to me. But his situation is so critical right now that's like, I'm not gonna like ruffle his mental feathers because they're already like really ruffled because of the situation. So like out of respect for his mental health, I just like dropped it. And I just kept telling him like, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. But
How many
then
times do you think he asked you?
I didn't want to ruffle his mental feathers because I just really cared about his mental health. This is classic Nichol Kessinger. I like to help people. I helped Chris look for an apartment
I'm honestly surprised she's not a meme by now. You know?
for him and his kids. I made sure that it was really close to his kids' school so that they wouldn't have to drive that far. I helped
This is the spot, she says. And I think that she says that she didn't want to move in with Chris, but I have a feeling that she wanted to be in a apartment with Chris, because she apparently, through the grapevine, through the words, Nichol Kessinger wanted to be a stepmommy. She was excited about being a stepmommy. Huh?
Chris with his diet. I made sure that he was eating healthy, that he was getting all of his chicken and carrots and his asparagus intake. His family was missing, but I just didn't want to ruffle up his mental feathers because I was really concerned about his mental health. So your boyfriend's family has gone missing, and what you care about is his mental health, even though everything seems to be pointing to him?
Right?
I just didn't want to keep pressing him because I just didn't want to affect his mental health. She's so generous. She cares so much about Chris and his family. Of course, this is all BS, but let's continue.
It didn't. And in the back of my head, it's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not dealing with that. Don't lie to me. But his situation is so critical right now that's like, I'm not gonna like ruffle his mental feathers because they're already like really ruffled because of the situation. So like out of respect for his mental health, I just like dropped it. And I just kept telling him like, we're okay, we're okay, we're
She's so considerate.
okay.
How many times do you think he asked you during these phone calls?
Oh, it wasn't phone call, this was text.
Pardon me.
Text Tuesday.
Text Tuesday. How many times do you think he brought up your relationship and if you guys were okay?
Probably like 2 or 3 times.
And how many times concern for his children?
Probably like 2 or 3 times. And notice that she said, this is Text Tuesday. I did not talk to him at all on Tuesday. I do remember because it was Text Tuesday. It also happened to be Taco Tuesday.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
I asked Jem to bring cilantro, but he was stuck in traffic, so it went bad. Let's continue.
Or his wife?
I think he brought it up a lot too. I mean, he kept telling me that he was like worried about them. Okay. I mean, it happened. It wasn't like he was just like spaced out. I mean, he was definitely showing
He's playing with the crease in his pants.
that too. I was just surprised that he was like also showing it for me. Because at that moment, if I had some crazy stuff going on with somebody in my family, I would be putting all my relationship stuff on hold. Like, look, like, baby, I got to deal with this. Someone in my family is missing. When I find them, we will talk. And that would just be it. But that's just me. I mean, that's how I would address the situation. And that's kind of how I've been like gauging how I handled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is like, what would I have done?
Sure.
You know, and kind of like, that's why like I didn't contact you guys on Monday because I probably wouldn't have done that for one of my friends. And not that I'm cold-hearted. It's just like, it just, that's just not how me and my friends work. So it didn't, you know. So
there's extenuating circumstances.
Nicole just said that the reason that she didn't contact them on Monday is because
She's cold-hearted.
my friends and I just don't work that way. It's not because I'm cold-hearted. My friends go missing, whatever. I'm not cold-hearted.
No,
I'm just not going to report
cold-hearted.
them missing because that's just not how we work. She's downplaying it again. She's making it seem like it's just totally normal. This to me is nothing weird. His family went missing. I just didn't really feel a need to contact you guys then because that isn't something that I would do for my friends because that's just not how we work. No, I'm not cold-hearted or anything, but it wasn't really that big of a deal to me. If my pregnant friend and her 2 daughters just disappeared for one whole night and she forgot to take her
I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be out there. If the police told me not to, I'd be out there looking for my family.
daughter's EpiPens and she left barefoot, no car keys, no car, no purse, and no phone. If I didn't report her missing, that would make me a cold-hearted person. Yeah. If I text my friend and she doesn't text me within hours, I don't immediately think, oh my God, she was murdered. However, if my friend goes missing,
I'm lucky if I can get my guy friends to text me right on time. It'd be like a day and a half, and I'm like, oh, you're alive. Okay, let's talk. Send a reply. Don't see it for like another day and a half.
and her children go missing, and she's barefoot out in the world somewhere, even if she went to the park, even if she went to a friend's house, why does she leave barefoot? It just makes no sense. None of this makes sense. She's downplaying it. She's trying to convince the investigator that, oh, you know, it just wasn't that big of a deal. I honestly just really didn't think it was that big of a deal. I'm sorry, I probably should have come to you sooner, but I wasn't concerned. My friends go missing all the time, and we always find them. This is so ridiculous, so ridiculous. Let's continue.
Circumstances that you wouldn't have known that caused her friends to be concerned. Just so you know, there's nothing wrong with you for not going, no, something's wrong and calling the police. The people that provided the
He's fidgeting, and when people fidget, they're nervous.
information to the police initially had way more information about her than you do. So that's why they came forward. So I can see it, I can feel a little reservation that you're like, why didn't I do something? You didn't know enough. I think a normal person on Monday, a reasonable person is just going, shit, this woman's, whacked out relationship with her husband. She's got 2 kids. Now she's pregnant. She just takes off.
Oh, it's a whacked out relationship?
So don't blame yourself for not making a phone call to the law enforcement or going to the police. You didn't know anything. So I'm just trying to help you get past that. Don't worry about it. It's not, the people that came to us had way more info than you did regarding what was happening with her life. Okay. So don't beat yourself up over that. Please don't.
Don't beat yourself up over it. No. Please don't feel bad. Do not feel bad that you didn't contact us. You just had no information. The people who contacted the police, they knew Shanann. You didn't, so please don't beat yourself up over it. What is wrong with him? What's wrong with him? He is defending her through and through. I am just now realizing that another reason that this interview is so cringy to watch is because of the investigator.
Yep.
Agent Kobach. with the FBI. He made excuses for her. He justified
The investigator wasn't even investigating. He was doing an interview. It wasn't even an investigation. I hate when they say, oh yeah, we investigated Nichol. You interviewed her.
everything that she said. It almost seems like he's kissing her ass because her dad is there. But
He
that's
likes
not the job of an FBI
But he likes it down there, is what he said in the text messages.
agent. The job of an FBI agent is to get to the truth, get a confession, get the truth, and resolve this case and get full, not just partial, full justice. But what we're seeing here is Agent Kobach making excuses for Nichol and making her feel better about herself. And of course, you see Nichol here like,
I mean, I do that with my chair. Not like that, though.
okay.
Do you see how she looked at the camera just there? Look at that. Watch this.
You see Nichol here like,
Watch her.
okay. This is nuts. This whole interview is an
That was sinister looking.
absolute joke. Up until this point, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I really was. I was thinking, hey, maybe this is some type of strategy, right? Maybe this is a tactic that the police is using. But the more we watch this, the more I'm starting to believe that Agent Kobach favorited her. Somehow. Really weird. I don't really know what happened here, but Kobach had a weird kind of relationship here with Nichol. And again, this is just my opinion and speculation.
And their text messages had missing holes.
All of it,
as
my
well.
opinion, based on what I'm watching here. Because again, Nichol is being treated like a victim, even though she's constantly lying and she's inconsistent throughout her entire interview. To make a point, okay, this is a comparison. 2 other people came forward to the police.
This guy is cousins with Nichol Kessinger's friend.
There was a man and another woman who claimed to have relationships
That woman on the right side just won fame.
with Chris outside of the marriage. They claimed that Chris was on Tinder or something like that, and that they were having a relationship with Chris. The way that those 2 were interrogated is nothing like
Compared
this.
to
It is
this,
day and night.
right?
Agent Tammy Lee, and I believe it was Agent Coder, were interviewing these 2 people. The way that they pressed them was so intense, they
Yeah.
challenged every single inconsistency. Everything they said was challenged.
So, Trent, can we have kind of a tough conversation? Sure.
I have not heard this interview. I probably should watch it just to watch it, but I don't believe any of this from him. I would have loved to see these 2, Coder and Tammy, talk to Nichol. Like how he says that. Can we talk about something that's a little difficult to talk about? Why did your phone ping there that morning? Why did this? And why did that? 3 questions. Boom.
Some of the stuff you're talking about is pretty hard to believe. And we're getting to the point where we're wondering if you're wasting our time.
Like Nichol Kessinger was wasting the other dude. Can't remember his name. I don't think it's Kobach. Kobach was the older guy.
I mean, is there a question, or, I mean, I don't know how you want me to respond to that. I don't know what else you want me to...
These are the challenges that we have, right? You told us that you watched the video over and over, okay? So we know that you're aware of everything that's out there. And all you've talked about are things that anyone else knows. You haven't brought forth any information.
This is like what Nichol Kessinger should have been asked.
You're having sex with a guy in his car, and you don't know anything about him other than what the public knows about him, okay? You took $60 from him. You're a self-admitted booty call. And so now we're wondering if you're a hooker who maybe blew a guy who was a murderer and maybe feels guilty about it, or maybe feels like you're going to get in trouble about it. I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't know why you're here tonight.
Coder really needs to investigate Nichol.
I'm not a hooker.
Why are you here tonight?
I've had it because she asked me to be here.
No. Back up. The call's between you and Damien and your friends who are blackmailing you. What's that about?
I don't know that it was Damien.
You told us it was maybe some friends who told Damien, and Damien knows about this. How does Damien connect the dots between you and Chris?
Because I opened up to Damien back then about it when I thought that...
And now you can't find his phone number.
So they're questioning why he came in. Nichol Kessinger needed help. Hey, could you go in and get somebody to get the heat off of me? Boom! This guy.
I had cut every...
Stop. Just stop.
You see how that kind of doesn't make sense, Trent?
Yeah, I mean, I see how it doesn't make sense, but I didn't ever think in this situation that I would have to recall every little detail. I'm not a hooker.
You're not recalling any details, Trent.
I'm not.
So that's why we're talking to, because a lot of it doesn't make sense, because like we said, a lot of it is stuff that everyone else knows. If you took 5 minutes and looked through Shanann's Facebook page, like you said, you have, I could learn 90% about it.
I didn't say, I looked at Shanann's Facebook page. I said I saw one of her videos. I never said I looked at her Facebook page.
Okay, well,
You're
most
on
of our
national
Facebook stuff.
TV, and you're going to be on national TV again, according to CNN, okay? So let me back up, because you can tell I'm getting a little bit angry, right? So before I get angry, how about we start over, and I'll say this. Now is the time to pull out of all of this, okay?
You know Chris?
Baumhover. Okay. So Coder, Baumhover, Kobach. Yeah.
Yeah, I met on Tinder.
This one also didn't make sense at all. The stories don't make sense.
At the beginning of like March-ish.
Okay. You both went back to your house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Followed me.
which Chick-fil-A was that?
One,
Chick-fil-A parking lot.
on Center Place.
On Central Place?
Uh-huh.
You both pull up at the Chick-fil-A, and he pulls up in the navy blue truck, and you pull up in your car. What happened? Just walk me through that with a little bit of detail.
It's just embarrassing. Like,
Don't worry about that.
Is it a thing where girls get bored or get nervous? They play with their hair? Just curiosity.
That's the stuff's in this room, and I do care less about that kind of stuff.
This is a cakewalk. This is not that at all. It is a huge difference in the way that those two people who came forward were treated, and Nichol, the actual
I've been saying
mistress, the catalyst for this crime. The main reason why 4 innocent people are no longer here. But they treated her like a puppy. Oh, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Oh, you didn't go to the police. Oh, don't beat yourself up for it. What the hell?
Oh, you've been traumatized and been turned into a victim. Of what? She saw nothing. She didn't give any shocking information besides what date the condoms should have been thrown out, because she said that they were old. What?
Let's continue.
Okay.
And then, so Tuesday, after that conversation, I told him, I told him to delete his text, because I knew he was like going crazy texting me, and I didn't want any of his friends to see him texting me, because I don't think they knew about me. It had nothing to do with you guys. It was just like, I mean, you'll see him, you know.
The secrecy of your relationship.
I told him to delete his text messages. Nothing to do with you guys. No, it's not because I didn't want the police to see it. No. I just didn't want his friends to see it because I didn't think they knew about me yet. That translates to,
I told him to delete his texts because of you guys. I don't want the police to find our text messages,
Exactly.
so I told him to delete them.
that's what that actually means.
So
It's almost like seeing a child lie. You know, like when children lie? Hey, Timmy, did you write on the wall? No.
No, and he's got like red stuff all over his face, and he's got the crayon tip in his waistband. And I didn't color on the walls.
I told my little sister to get rid of the crayons. Not because of me, like not because you guys are gonna find out that I wrote on the walls. No, that's not why. She's really bad at lying. Let's continue.
Pretty much. And I just like feel like he was like texting me so much openly, and he had friends there, that I was like, I didn't want them to see that. And so I was like trying to get him to slow down. And then I told him too, like, after he lied to me, I was just kind of like, I was done. And I was trying to find a way to like get away from the situation without alarming him or panicking him. So I told him like, everything is all good. I'm still
You didn't want to alarm him or panic him, because then he would have probably turned on you.
here for you.
I'm staring at Dwayne Kessinger. That's what I'm doing right now. What in the world is he doing with his hands? I've read your comments. There are a few of you that have noticed that it's almost like he's pulled.
I see what they're saying, but he's also playing with a crease in his pants.
It's like he's like pulling something and he's giving her signals with his hands. his hands from the investigator since he can't see them because his hands are under the table. But he is doing a lot with his hands. Let's go ahead and watch that again.
The secrecy of your relationship.
Pretty much. And I just like feel like he was like texting me so much openly, and he had friends there that I was like, I didn't want them to see that. And so I was like trying to get him to slow down. And then I told him too, like, after he lied to me, I was just kind of like, I was done. And I was trying to find a way to like get away from the situation without alarming him or panicking him. So I told him like, everything is all good, I'm still here for you, and I feel bad because like I lied to him, but I mean, I like just try to keep him calm.
She didn't care about lying.
And then I told him like, contact me once they find your family.
Contact me once you find your family. So either the dad just has severe itch, he just has really itchy knees, or he's bored and he's playing with his pants, or he's giving her hand signals. I don't know anything about Dwayne Kessinger's skin conditions, so I don't know. Because of the way that he's acting and the way that he has stopped the investigator from asking incriminating questions.
I got divorced from my wife. You say, do you understand what I'm saying here? If she's gone,
Don't lead.
Hypothetically.
Please.
This was 30 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Don't lead
hypothetically.
on.
If she, you understand where I'm going. If
Right,
you
but
didn't know.
You're leading into questions that are nothing with your.
If you didn't know, though.
Wait, Nick.
See, they got in a fight for a second there. He's like, no. He tried to control it.
That she was there.
Did you hear what I said?
I'm following you. I just want her to answer a question that relates to, she said something that's important.
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that it's not a skin condition. It's not that he's itchy. My opinion is that he's giving her hand signals. And like a lot of you have said, it does look like he's giving her hand signals. What is this? And of course, Nichol just keeps lying through her teeth. Let me know when you find your family. Don't talk to me right now. First, find your family, and not just
I'm gonna be with Jim at my safe house.
one of them, not just two of them, not just three of them, all four of them. You have to find all four family members, and then we can talk. Ridiculous. Let's continue.
And then we'll talk.
That was Tuesday?
That was Tuesday.
Okay.
And he sent me a text back saying something along the lines of like, what did he say? Something like, please just think of, oh, and like I kept telling him I was scared. I was really freaking scared. In fact, that's another thing
Yeah, for her to get arrested.
I miss. I'm so tired. Monday night, like.
What just happened here? This is another one of her slip-ups. Chris told me, you know, I just want you to think about.
I'm so tired.
Oh. And then I told him I was really scared. And that's another thing. I just need to tell you that. Oh my gosh, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. What was she about to say?
And literally, there's no difference. People are like, well, this girl, Rox, is over-exaggerating. No, she's literally mimicking what Nicole's doing. And that's how dumbfounded and stupid that is on Nichol Kessinger's part, because the people that are a little bit more aware can see that Nichol Kessinger's blowing complete smoke.
What was Chris gonna tell her? Oh, just remember about, ow! Let's watch that again.
What did he say? Something like, please just think of, oh, and like I kept telling him I was scared. I was really freaking scared. In fact, that's another thing I miss. I'm so tired. Monday night, like I called him back in the middle of the night. Because I could not sleep. I could not sleep at all. And I remember when I called him.
She just said that she was trying to remove herself from the situation without alarming Chris. She was not trying to alarm Chris. Now, I do believe that that is true. She wasn't trying to make Chris believe that she was about to throw him under the bus.
Shove it right up your hair.
That's the thing. She didn't want Chris to see that she was going to throw him to the curb. Throw him like a sack of potatoes.
I believe she was actually trying to say. What I think is that she probably lied to Chris and said something along the lines of,
You better have my back because I have yours. As long as you don't say anything about my involvement in this, I will be on the outside and I can get you out.
correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the Peterson family, and now I keep bringing up Scott Peterson and Lacey Peterson and Amber Fry. And the reason I keep doing that is because it's a similar case. We had a man who had a mistress and then he murdered his pregnant wife to be with said
But the mistress actually did not know about the other woman.
mistress.
Suspicion has turned on you.
Yes, definitely.
Did you ever hit her? Did you ever injure her?
No. My God, no. Violence towards women is unapproachable. It is the most disgusting act to me. And I know that the suspicion has turned me And it's turning me one because I'm her husband, and that's a natural thing. And I've heard all the statistics on all the news shows about that being, someone that a husband, ex-husband, or boyfriend, that is statistically one who would be responsible for her disappearance. And I'm sorry, I forgot your question.
Did you ever hit her? Did you ever injure her?
No, never. I was answering your question because of the suspicion that's been turned to me.
He's trying to protect himself.
And it turned to me because of the inappropriate romantic that I had with Amber Fry.
Amber Fry went public about the romance after seeing all the stories about Lacey Peterson's disappearance.
I met Scott Peterson November 20th, 2002. I was introduced to him. I was told he was unmarried.
Amber Fry came forward.
I'm glad she did.
You are?
Definitely.
No, he's like, son of a beep.
Why? Appropriate thing to do. It really shows what a person of character she is.
In that case, Amber Fry was not trying to alarm Scott because she was helping the police. And so she was calling Scott, recording those phone calls. And yeah, in that case, she for sure did not want to alarm him. And I do know that there is a family member, and I believe it was Scott Peterson's sister-in-law, who went to law school and became an attorney to then defend her brother-in-law. He was convicted of this crime, and she went to law school to try and get him out. That is a whole other rabbit hole that I can go down. Why would anybody do that? He was convicted, and there was so much circumstantial evidence pointing to him being the perpetrator. Now, in this case, however, I get the feeling that what Nichol is actually trying to say is,
I was not trying to alarm him. I didn't want him to know that I was about to just dip out, back out, and throw him under the bus. But I was letting him.
Exactly what I think. I'm glad there's somebody out there that thinks the same as I do.
No, like, oh no, I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Or confirmed.
Just make sure to have your ducks in a row. Just be prepared.
she said it herself, just be prepared.
I told him, like, just be prepared.
Have an alibi, have a friend to cover me. Hey, I'm here for you. We're in this together. If anything happens to you, I'm out here. I will write to you. I'll make sure to get you out. But please
I'll put money on your books. I'll do whatever you need.
don't ever rat me out. Please. I love you. You know that I love you. I took you camping. I took you to the car show. You know that I love you. So
My sweet empanada.
don't do anything to throw me under the bus.
That is what I believe is going on here. So
Yeah.
that's what she's saying. I didn't want to alarm him. No, I didn't want to give him the impression that I was literally about to throw the book at him so that I'm not incriminated. So I wasn't trying to alarm him in that sense. So I told him, yeah, everything's fine. I'll get you out. It's okay, baby. That's the impression I'm getting. And again, she's over here like, what did he say? Let's continue.
What did he say? Something like, please just think of, and like I kept telling him I was scared. I was really freaking scared. In fact, that's another thing I'm missing. I'm so tired. Monday night, like, I called him back in the middle of the night because I could not sleep. I could not sleep at all. And I remember when I called him, he sounded like he was sleeping. And I was like, how the hell can you sleep right now? I think that's exactly what I said to him. And he was just like, I'm just kind of dozing off and on.
How the hell can you sleep right now? I'm scared. How can you possibly sleep right now?
On the couch. And I just remember thinking, like, I haven't shut my eyes yet. And this is not even my family. And so that happened on Monday night. So then I was going somewhere with that.
And I'm sorry, I forgot your question.
Did you ever hit her? Did you ever injure her?
No.
I was gonna, God, where was I going with that? I was going somewhere with that, but then, oh God, that was Tuesday, right? Oh. So she just said that she was scared on Monday night. She contradicted herself yet again. Yet again. This is a very clear contradiction. We just heard her minutes ago say that she wasn't worried on Monday night. She became worried.
It's funny because it's true.
On Tuesday, when she was at work and she Googled Shanann and she found out that Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant and then she was so sick that she went home early. Now here she's like, I called him that night because I was just so scared. I was so scared and it's not even my family. He was sleeping? Ugh. But I was scared. I didn't even shut an eye. She contradicted herself and she was
probably
so
slept like a
appalled
baby.
by the fact that Chris was sleeping that she just couldn't believe it. So which is it? Was she scared Monday night? Or was she scared Tuesday afternoon while she was at work? She's no longer shoving her fingers in her mouth, so now she has Agent Kobach's business card, and that's what she's shoving in her nose. Because again, she's losing track of all of her lies. So she's here like, was that Tuesday? Oh, let me think. Let's continue.
I'm so sorry.
Take a breath and relax. We're almost to Wednesday and then we're out of here.
Yeah, so then, so then once he lied to me, I just really trying to like push him away, and he was like, just don't forget like the person that you knew me to be when you were with me or something like that. And like,
Was that strange?
it just kind of sounded almost like a farewell, and like I didn't think it was too weird because I was like, I think he realizes that I'm really upset that he lied to me, and I think he's aware of the fact that I'm probably about to walk away from him. So I think that was like his way of like saying goodbye. So it didn't really seem strange in the context of what was going on between like the him and I part of stuff. And then
The him and I part of stuff.
I smoke rocks.
What?
And I kept asking him too, like, what did you do, Chris? What did you do? And he was like, I didn't do anything. And I'm like, where's your family? And like, I asked him that. I don't know if I started doing that on Tuesday or if I started doing that on Monday, but I think it was Tuesday, because I don't really think I was that alarmed on Monday. And then,
What? Oh my God. She just said it. She just said she called Chris Monday night because she was scared. And now she's saying, I asked him, where's your family, Chris? Where's your family? But actually, now I think that was Tuesday night because I don't think I was that alarmed on Monday. Even though I just told you 5 seconds ago that I couldn't sleep Monday night. I was so scared. Where's your family? We're watching this, right? Am I...
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going crazy here, am I?
No.
You guys are seeing the same thing I'm seeing.
I am.
Please correct me if I'm wrong
Are
here,
you?
but she did just say that she talked to him on Monday night. And now she's saying, oh, actually, I wasn't really alarmed Monday night. I think that was Tuesday when I started asking him, where's your family? And again, we see her here like, oh, what are the days again? Oh my God. Am I supposed to say Tuesday or what? This is so bad. So bad. Let's continue.
Come on,
so
Nichol.
that was supposed to be like our final sign-off text. And then Jim got there at my house, and I was hanging out with Jim. But I was still like in my head, just kind of like stressed out. And I remember I like walked out of the room, went in my bedroom, and texted Chris one more time. And I told him, I was like, if you did...
Oh, you know she had the shaboing in with Mr. Joe, or not Joe, Jim. She was scared and probably wanted a release. So Jim, come to the rescue.
did something bad, I was like, you're gonna ruin your life. And I was like, and if you did something bad, I was like, you're gonna ruin my life. And I was like, and I promise you that. And he responded back to me, and he's like, I didn't hurt my family, Nikki. And that was like the last text. That was the last time we ever talked. And I never said another word to him after that.
That was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday.
So she just said that her final sign-off text with Chris was on Tuesday? Speculation.
We don't know.
Allegedly.
Because
my opinion.
They're gone.
She's saying too much here. She's doing the most throughout this entire interview, saying weird things that don't really need to be said. What was the point of her saying, I went to the room and I told him that if you did something, let me tell you this. Not only are you gonna ruin your life,
Let me tell you something.
let me tell you, you're also gonna ruin my life.
I promise
And you know
that.
what? I promise you that. What's the point? What's the point of this? Let's continue.
And then he left me alone. He gave me the space that I asked him. He respected it. And he didn't like mess with me at all.
Was that a phone call where you said?
No, that's all Tuesday. Text Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All
All
text
text.
Tuesday. Everything was text. I did not talk to that man on the phone all that day. I mean, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
So, Murder Monday, Text Tuesday, Wild Wednesday, Thursday, she keeps taking sips of her water because she's choking on her lies. Insanity. This is some wild shit that we're watching here. It makes no sense.
And then we're told by the DA that we are looking at nothing. We're going on a witch hunt. Or whatever hunt he keeps saying.
No sense whatsoever. Let's continue.
It was all text. And then,
So at that time in your
Come on,
mind,
Nichol.
when you said that, what are you thinking? What were you thinking that he maybe did something to his family?
yeah, I started getting really scared.
What caused that?
The fact that he lied to me.
Okay.
And that she still wasn't home and it was day 2. Like, I figure if you're upset for a day, you leave for a day, but you come back. And she wasn't back. And it was like midday. And not only...
You come back, and she wasn't back, and it was midday.
The investigator asked her, so you said you got scared. When did you get scared? And what made you believe that? Like, what made you start getting scared? And then she says, the fact that he lied to me. So what actually got her scared was the fact that Chris lied to her. Not that Shanann and the girls were missing. That was her second reason why. No, the first reason is because you lied to me.
The real reason is because she didn't want to get pulled into this.
The second one, yeah. I started to get worried because this pregnant woman left her home barefoot. And now I was starting to get worried because why isn't she back? Let's continue.
Only that, but like, she doesn't have her phone, she doesn't have her car, she doesn't have the kids' EpiPen, she doesn't have any of that. So what I'm thinking in my head is like, for a night, if you're really upset, somebody comes one of your friends picks you up, like, okay. But I can't explain that for 2 days. Like, that just doesn't, like, logically process in my mind as something that any woman I know would do. The one-night thing, I know women that would do that. But the two-night thing, no.
I just couldn't process it in my head. The one-night thing, yes, any woman would do that.
Why put it in her head? She forgets everything.
But the two-night thing, no. Her reasoning for not being worried is because, oh, you know, women just take off for 1 day. But for 2 days, no. And again, Chris's reason for not being worried is, oh, sometimes she just doesn't get back to me. But when she doesn't get back to her people, now that's concerning. That's why I wasn't worried. But I did start to become worried when I saw the onslaught of the cars and the police unit and the K-9 unit and the news reporters. That's when I started to become concerned. It's actually getting worse. This interview is getting worse. We're getting to the end of it. And it's getting cringier by the minute. Let's continue.
By the second.
So I'm like, she's still not back. And he just lied to me. And it made me, like, I just started getting scared. And I remember, like, telling him that throughout the whole day. Like, I don't even know how many times I texted him that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, like, 8, 10 times. Where I'm just like, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. I'm scared. And one of the last texts that I sent to him, too, I told him, I said, I'm scared because I feel like I don't know who you are anymore.
I'm scared because we're about to get caught. I feel like that's why she was texting him, I'm scared.
Oh shit, you just made a fool of yourself on national television. I am so scared. I'm so scared. I loved you so much. I took you camping. I took you to the sand
We did a 3-way.
dunes. I took you to look at those cars that you love so much. I'm just so scared, Chris. Please don't throw me under the bus. Please don't.
That's what I feel like she was actually saying. So I do believe, I really do believe that she was telling Chris that she was scared. Of course she was scared. She was about to get caught. And that's why she convinced this idiot to not say anything. Please don't throw me under the bus, Chris.
What?
Chris, please. I love you. Let's continue.
And his response to that?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I think that was, like, in that, like, sign-off text that I sent to him.
And then this numbnut over here is doing something on his phone that he probably shouldn't be doing.
But I mean, I was like kind of scared. What I was really scared for was scared for his family's well-being, because like, I don't know where these people are at this point, and it's scary. I mean, it's scary that she's gone, but it's even more scary to me that these little girls are gone. Like, that was the part that really freaked me out. Like, if it was just her, I'd be like, well, maybe she took off with somebody, maybe she didn't.
I think she just took off, you think?
I mean, right now, I don't even want to just, like, throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But, I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now.
I mean, I don't know, because she's a grown woman and she can make those choices.
Was some of this scared? Was there fear in you that people were going to find out about your relationship too?
No, I didn't even care about that at that point. I was just like scared, like, of the situation. It was like getting escalated and it was freaking me out. And
the investigator just asked her, were you afraid that people were going to find out during it all? What really worried me is that this woman and her kids were missing. Actually, what was more concerning was that the kids were missing, because she's a grown woman. She can make those choices. Earlier, she said that she told Chris to delete his text messages. She didn't want his friends to see that he was texting her. And the investigator asked her just now, were you scared that the family and his friends were going to find out about you? And she said no, even though just minutes earlier, she said, I told him to delete his text messages because I didn't want anybody to find out about me. I didn't care if people found out about me. That was not my main concern. My main concern was the well-being of those people and those kids, that woman. Let's continue.
And he was just like he was strange. So another thing, so that was Tuesday, and that was it for Tuesday, but I forgot some stuff on Monday that I didn't bring up to you guys. So Monday,
I didn't notice that.
When we were on the phone, at one point, he mentioned to me, I can't even believe I have to say this, she left her wedding ring here. And I said something along the lines of, does that mean you two are done? And he was like,
no, you did not, you cheating little liar. She said, pawn it, man.
Oh my God. He said, how much do you think it's worth? And I was like, remember hearing him say that and being like, what the fuck? And I remember thinking to myself, like, I don't even know how to respond to this. And so I was like, I don't know, pawn it, man. And I was just like, I pawn jewelry all the time. I was like, I pawn jewelry a few times. I was like, it's not worth shit, though. And I was like, so I don't know if you really want to do that. And he's like, no, I think I'm going to get it appraised. It's a nice rock. And I was just like, okay. And it was like really awkward.
And that was on Monday?
That was on Monday night. And that, to me...
All that she can remember?
It was like... It was kind of strange. And then the Tuesday lying thing, like, I'm telling you, it started like Monday night, him saying that was why I couldn't sleep, because he made the comment about the wedding ring.
Okay. Good.
And then Tuesday, her still not coming home, and then him lying to me. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what if something happened? And it was like,
oh my God.
She lied and she contradicted herself again.
Like 4 times.
Again. Earlier, she said she called Chris on Monday night because she couldn't sleep. She kept saying, I'm so scared, I'm so scared. And now she's saying that actually the reason she couldn't sleep was because Chris told her about the wedding ring. And that's why she couldn't sleep. Even though she just said it. She just said the reason I couldn't sleep was because I was scared that his family wasn't home. So I called him and he answered and it sounded like he was sleeping. And I was like,
How are you sleeping right now?
And now she's saying, actually, the reason I couldn't sleep was because he told me about the ring. Again, the ring that she told Chris to pawn. The sequence of events don't line up. She doesn't remember the order of operations. She doesn't remember the standard operating procedures. I don't remember the order of anything. Of course she doesn't, because she's lying. She's starting to forget the order of things. She doesn't know which day she started to get worried. So she's like, yeah, you know, I told you that I started getting worried on Tuesday, but actually I started to get worried Monday night. And it started to increase at around 11:52 p.m. And then I was just full-blown worried by Tuesday afternoon. But again, the sequence of events don't line up, because she said that she called him because she couldn't sleep, but now she's saying, actually, I couldn't sleep because he told me about the ring. Shanann is missing on Monday. She's a missing person on Monday, but she's telling Chris to pawn the ring? What if Shanann came back? But she's gonna come back home and be like, yo, where the fuck is my ring? Where's my ring? Where's my wedding ring?
Oh, I pawned it.
Why would you pawn my ring? And again, none of it makes sense, because if Nichol really is worried about Shanann and the kids being gone, why in the world would she tell Chris to pawn the wedding ring?
Exactly.
Who does that? Who does that?
For somebody that wants to
I
help.
would not want to be Nichol Kessinger's friend. Not only because if I went missing, she wouldn't care. She wouldn't give a shit if I went missing. She's like, whatever.
Women leave for a day.
That's one reason I wouldn't want to be Nichol Kessinger's friend. Another reason I wouldn't want to be her friend is because if I do leave for a day, she's gonna pawn all of my shit. I'm gonna come home and there's nothing here. Where are my cats?
I pawned them. I just thought you were gone and you were never gonna come back.
Girl, I was gone for a day. You know us women. I was just walking around barefoot.
Yeah, after a day, you want to pawn it?
Around the neighborhood for a whole entire day. Why would you pawn all of my stuff? And then look at her again, trying to explain things.
I told him to pawn it.
The absurdity of this interview. Why is Agent Kobach not taking notes? I'm taking notes on something that happened 7 years ago. But Agent Kobach, he's here just like, oh, tell me the story, let me know. I'm not even gonna write anything down because honestly, none of it is important. None of this is critical. Don't beat yourself up for it. You didn't know. Shanann was in a whacked out relationship. You just didn't know. Don't beat yourself up for it. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it right here.
So a lot of stuff that you may or may have not seen. There's a couple things in here that I feel like, you know, when you watch like a movie, you miss something. I felt like that during this interview. This part right here, that I felt like I missed things that I never seen. Let me know your thoughts about this interview, about the whole marriage thing. Chris is denied. He can have all the women he wants to talk to, but he ain't getting married. He's not going to have any more kids. That's not going to happen. But yes, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Definitely, Kessinger, if you don't answer in this life, you're going to answer in the next. Either way, you're not going to be able to outrun this or get out of this in the real world or the spiritual world, because God's going to want some answers for you or from you. Again, thank you guys for being here. Please take care, be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.